the dawn of our world, a time before time, the Earth, a swirling cloud of dust and gas. It is a time, before life. Our planet is a newborn, still cooling from the fires of its creation. Volcanoes rage across the landscape, spewing molten rock and noxious gases into the sky. The air is thick with carbon dioxide, methane and ammonia, a poisonous cocktail. The sky, were it possible to see through the haze, would not be blue, it would glow a menacing red. This is the Archean Eon, a period stretching from 4 billion to 2.5 billion years ago. It is a time of immense heat, violent eruptions, and constant bombardment from asteroids and comets. The very crust of the Earth, thin and fragile, is constantly shifting and reforming. Oceans, shallow and steaming, cover much of the surface, yet in this cauldron of chaos, something extraordinary is happening. Life is beginning. The wrath of a young earth fire, fury and beginnings. Imagine a world without a breath of oxygen, a world where the sun, a pale disk through the toxic haze, offers little warmth. This is the Archean. The seas are a murky green, rich in dissolved iron and sulfur. The continents, what little exists, are barren and rocky. Meteorites, some larger than mountains, slam into the planet with terrifying regularity, vaporizing oceans and melting the Earth's crust. Yet deep within the oceans, shielded from the deadly radiation that bathes the surface, a transformation is taking place. In the depths around hydrothermal vents spewing chemicals from the Earth's core, life is taking hold. Simple, single-celled organisms, extremophiles, are thriving in this seemingly inhospitable environment. They are chemosynthetic, drawing energy not from sunlight but from the chemical reactions happening around the vents. This is life, but not as we know it. This is life on the edge of existence, clinging to the very precipice of oblivion. Life finds a way in the shadow of chaos. The early Earth, for all its violence, is also a place of immense opportunity. The oceans are a vast, untapped resource, rich in dissolved minerals and chemical energy. The lack of oxygen, deadly to us, is irrelevant to these early life forms. In fact, it is their shield. The very chaos that defines this period is what allows life to experiment, to evolve, to diversify. Mutations, random changes in genetic code, occur with every generation. Most are harmful, leading to dead ends, but some by chance confer an advantage: the ability to absorb energy more efficiently, to reproduce more quickly, to withstand higher temperatures or greater pressure. These advantages, however small, mean the difference between survival and extinction. The silent architects, stromatolites, and the breath of life. In the shallows of the Archean seas, a new form of life emerges. Cyanobacteria, also known as blue-green algae, are harnessing the power of the sun. They have developed photosynthesis, the ability to convert sunlight into energy. This innovation will change the planet forever. As a byproduct of photosynthesis, cyanobacteria release oxygen. This oxygen, toxic to most life forms at the time, slowly begins to accumulate in the atmosphere. The iron in the oceans reacts with the oxygen, forming rust. This rust falls to the ocean floor, creating vast banded iron formations, geological testaments to the rise of oxygen. Over millions of years, the cyanobacteria, along with other microbes, create massive structures called stromatolites. These layered mounds, built up by the trillions, are some of the earliest visible evidence of life on Earth. From darkness to dawn, the legacy of the Archean Eon, a time of fire and fury, ultimately lays the foundation for life as we know it. The evolution of photosynthesis changes the course of Earth's history. Oxygen, once a poison, becomes the breath of life. The ozone layer forms, shielding the planet from deadly solar radiation. The stage is set for the explosion of life that will characterize the Proterozoic Eon. But the legacy of the Archean goes beyond just setting the stage. It is a testament to the resilience of life itself. It shows that life can emerge and thrive in the most extreme environments, clinging to existence in the face of unimaginable adversity. The Archean reminds us that life is not a fragile, delicate thing. It is a force, tenacious and adaptable, capable of shaping the very planet it inhabits. A story etched in stone, reflections on a distant past. Today, billions of years later, we look back on the Archean as a distant, almost alien epoch, yet it is a period inextricably linked to our own existence. The very oxygen we breathe, the continents we inhabit, the diversity of life that surrounds us, all can be traced back to this tumultuous time. The story of the Archean is written in the rocks, in the fossils of stromatolites, in the very air we breathe. It is a story of hardship and adaptation, of extinction and evolution, of life's relentless march from the darkness of the early Earth to the world we know today. It is a story that fills us with awe, reminding us of the incredible journey that life on Earth has taken, and the profound connections we share not just with all living things, but with our planet itself.